Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time, welcome to the pod. Too Pretty to Be Unhappy is a podcast for anyone that is on their healing journey, a journey to find happiness. So thank you so much. This is a safe space and a safe community for you. So thanks so much for joining us. Happy Galentines Day! Woo! We are so excited. I have here two of my very best friends, my soulmates, Jocelyn and Nina. Yay! Thanks for coming on the pod, guys.
Always.
And I thought that this would be a really special episode to celebrate Galentine's Day because we are full supporters of the holiday. I know for me personally, I love Valentine's Day, and I also feel like I should be the person who probably hates Valentine's Day the most with my past, but I absolutely love the holiday. I love love. I love seeing everyone so happy, and so we celebrate as best friends. We celebrate Galentine's. Mm-hmm. So just to kind of intro what we're going to be talking about today, we are actually going to be chatting about the importance of female friendships. I know that female friendships can sometimes be tough. They can be tough to, one, find, and two, to maintain, especially as you get older. So we're going to be chatting a little bit about that. Before we do, though, I want to give both these ladies time to introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about them. So, Jocelyn, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, totally. No, do Nina first. She's been here before.
Okay. So, Nina, our returning guest.
There you
I hope
go.
that
Everybody,
if you didn't get a chance, please tune in to, I think it's episode 7, where Nina has been on the podcast before, and she talks about her own healing journey and how strong she is and resilient, and what an incredible mom she is. And so, yeah, so if you haven't had a chance to listen to that, make sure you do. The link is in our bio, so make sure you go back and listen to that. But Nina, just in case this is someone's first time, didn't listen to the episode, can you tell us about yourself?
Yes, I'm Anina. I am 1/3 of Amanda.
But actually,
yes.
That was so good. We are 1/3 of each other.
That was so good. I've never thought of it that way. And now I will only think of it.
Yeah,
that way.
Of ourselves
Forever and always.
1/3 of a soul.
1/3 of a soul.
Because we are one.
Yep. So I feel like that's the only important information that you need to know for this episode. But yes, Nina,
You're also a mom.
I'm also a mom. I do fun things. I'm a photographer. I am a person.
She's a whole human.
These two very much.
Wow. All right, Joss, you're up.
Hey, I'm Jocelyn. I am also a mom. I'm a Pilates instructor and a dance teacher, and I am 1/3 of this beautiful group here. And yeah, that's me.
Yay. So, all right, guys. I think that we should probably start from the beginning.
Oh boy.
God.
Okay.
That's a long time ago.
That's a long time
It
ago.
is.
So, Jocelyn, Nina, and myself have been friends, the three of us, I would say, since middle school.
Yeah.
A solid 7th or 8th grade, to be on the generous side.
Yeah, I was in 4th grade when I met Nina.
Yep. How did you guys meet?
In elementary school, Maybrook Elementary, and that's not even a thing anymore.
Shout out Maybrook Elementary.
And Nina had just moved up here from the Bronx, and I had moved up here the year before from Yonkers, and we were like the only Puerto Rican chicks at Maybrook Elementary.
Actually, it was my brother that introduced us. My oldest brother was friends with
my sister,
her oldest sister, and he was like, I think you would really like her younger sister. You guys are very similar. And he literally brought me to their doorstep one day. It was like, you two, meet.
Be friends forever.
Be friends. And we followed through.
It was quite literally that way.
You understood the assignment.
Yes. 100%. And then since we live in a small town, all of our elementary schools funnel into the same middle school. And that's where we met Amanda.
Yes.
Yes. So they're a year older than I am, grade-wise. I was in 6th and they were in 7th grade when we all met.
And Jocelyn and I met through, what was it, dance team? Through dance?
Through dance.
So Jocelyn and I both danced all throughout our childhood, and that was really kind of where we initially bonded.
Yeah.
And then it turned into sleepovers and dancing in my parents' kitchen and, then having so much fun and all these fun sleepovers. And yeah.
There is a rogue, I will say this right now because I just thought about it. There's a rogue video on YouTube of me dancing in your parents' kitchen
Where?
to how come every time you come around my
London Bridge wanna go down?
Yeah. And you're recording it like snickering in the background, and I'm wearing layers on layers because that's what we wore.
Yeah,
like I had like a tank top underneath
another tank top underneath a
mad layers.
Shirt.
Yes. And I have to find it. I had like
That's
this
hilarious.
studded belt on.
Of course.
Oh, I gotta find it.
And we were probably 12 thinking that we were hot shit.
100%.
But you were the coolest.
We wore the poofs.
With a poof.
Do you remember the poofs?
God, the poofs with the straight hair.
With straight
the
hair.
poofs.
Yeah. No, that was terrible.
Ew. I have so many photos with that poof.
Disgusting.
Ew. God help us all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how far back it goes.
That's why we're friends. No, we're friends because we know too much about each other, and now it's just
the
like
poof has bonded us for life.
Disgusting.
All that gel.
All those bobby pins. All those bobby pins. Let's be for real.
Yeah. As we're talking about, the importance of female friendships and things like that, I feel like too there have been like a lot of ebbs and flows within our friendships.
Oh, yeah.
And, we talk about this, about going through like ages and stages, right?
Ages and stages.
Ages and stages. And we have all gone off and had our own experiences.
Yeah.
Nina becoming a mom at a young age, she kind of talked about on the last pod how, you said you felt a little bit isolated and like you kind of pulled away from the group a little bit during that time. I went away to school. I went to Connecticut for school, and I was going through that phase of my life. I was going through, college and joining a sorority and like that kind of, so I kind of pulled away in that moment. Jocelyn moved to California. She had a ton of experience. She's lived in Boston. She's lived in California, like very nomadic. And like, so she's had kind of those experiences too. But what I think that I appreciate most about our friendships is that we have felt secure enough in our friendships to do those things. And because we knew that we would always come back together.
We always had a safe place to land.
Yeah. Yes.
Every single time.
Agreed. There was always a safe place to land. And we always knew that we would be welcomed back with open arms and love. And
there was
never a day.
No thought in my mind that if I told you guys something that I did, that you would judge me for it.
Right.
Yeah. It was just like, listen, like we're growing up, we're doing dumb things or making not the smartest decisions in any aspect of our life, whether it was like, I just got a new job and you're like, why'd you do that when you had a better job before that? Or I'm going to move and I don't really know
or I'm
anybody
dating this
out
guy.
There. Or I'm dating this person. And it was just like, there was always open communication, and there was never a time where I felt like I couldn't tell my friend something that was going on in my life.
Yeah. And I think that that's been the most important thing, because we also, and you've talked about this, I think the best part about our friendship too is that we're mirrors.
That was my favorite line from the last.
Can you
even?
Put it
so
I died inside.
Yeah. You put it so perfectly on last episode. Can you say that again?
What did I say? I said, I said, thank God my friends are mirrors, because, even when I was going through really hard times and I could not accept what was going on for myself, my friends were able to reflect that back on me and say, hey, no, like, this is what's happening and this is what's going on, but I love you and I'm here for you. But like, you should know that this is like what I see and this is what you should see too.
Yeah. Like, listen, like, I know you're going through something, but I'm worried.
Yes.
Or I see this as a potential problem in the future because of this, or like because we've all been there where we see things through rose-colored glasses.
100%.
All three of us have done things, said things, or like mostly in our dating lives where it's like, wow, like this is the dear God, the amount of time that the three of us have been like, but he's the one.
On what planet?
On what
Not
planet?
this one.
Oh God.
And like we really believed it because we were
100% because we were literally
we are
delusional.
living our Delulu Chirulu.
But
And
it's
we're like, but
true.
he's the one.
It's
And
true.
like we would all be there like, but
It's not it. It's
but
not
we
it.
would, you know, I want you to be happy. I want you to see this out, but I'm gonna give you my honest opinion.
And I feel like
Through it,
that's
and I'm also
always,
gonna be here if it does come crashing down to hold you,
I
and
feel
not
like,
say I told you so.
I
to
feel
hold
like
you.
it's always been like that in our friendship, though. Like we've always been very honest,
very honest.
like uncomfortably.
Jocelyn more than I would say.
I definitely Jocelyn more, but
and okay, and I don't disagree.
but it's
at
a
all.
great thing.
I'm
It
sure
is-
we
it's
need
a
that.
thing we
No,
need.
we
and-
need that.
and
100% we need that.
And
We need
I
Jocelyn.
know, like, just in like more of like a self-reflecting space that I can work on my delivery with some things that I could say. But I mean, we've had arguments to the point that like me and Amanda will just go, and then the next day I'm like, I'm so sorry. And then
I
she
never
has
wanna
to
argue
kind
with
of
you.
remind me, like, we are so lucky that we even love each other enough to argue about something like this. And I'm like, God, you're so right. But I could have come at it in another way, or I could have said it in another tone. But in the moment, I'm like, hello?
Yeah.
Is anybody in the
Well,
room?
I feel like that
We
comes,
do get passionate about things.
We get
that's
wildly
right. I feel like
passionate.
it comes from such a deep love for each other that
Right.
it's like you want to just shake the person that you love. Like, what are you doing? You deserve
Wake up.
so much better. You're like amazing, and I want whoever you are with to love you like I love
It's
you.
so unfair. The amount of times, even even as of recent, like just like going home and going to Justin and just like kind of telling him about like
Justin
things
is
that my husband,
Jocelyn's husband.
things that are going on in our life, and I'm like crying because I'm like, my friends deserve the world, and I just don't understand why they don't fucking see it.
Yeah.
And he's like, calm down.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like that just it speaks volumes on our friendship.
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
feel like it always has, because even through the ebbs and flows, there's never been a time where I'm like, I can't tell Nina this, or I can't tell Amanda this. It's like, no, I have to tell them, because even if we're not the closest that we've been at this moment in our life or anything like that, I know I value your opinions more than anyone else in my life. Or I know that when I am saying these words out loud, it's falling on ears that I know that are safe and that I know have my best interest at heart.
And it's interesting too, because the three of us, especially right now, could not be leading more different lives.
Oh, 1000%.
So it's like, it's our friendship, ages and stages, has taken a very interesting path. I'm not even saying a turn, like, 'cause that sounds negative. An interesting path, because we're all now going through different things that we are supporting each other through. Things that I've never, really had to deal with or understand. Like, Jocelyn is married with, these two incredible stepkids. And, like, so she is going through, like, she's living a married life. Nina is a single mom of two. She has a teenager, almost teenager.
No, she's
Basically.
so amazing. I love her.
And
She's the
Nina
best.
has this new blooming relationship. And like, I have recently left my corporate job of 10 years, trying to figure it out, trying to find myself. And we could not be dealing with different things on a day-to-day. Like, Jocelyn's dealing with the stresses of like, young kids. Nina's dealing with stresses of like a teenager and attitude and stuff. I'm out here like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Where am I?
What day is it? What's my name? To be able to support each other through these times, even when you don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I'm not a mom. So like, I don't always understand, and I can't relate to some of the things that like that you guys talk about, or the trials and tribulations and frustrations and issues that you guys go through. But like, I think what's nice is that we're all always here to like so fully support. And what I appreciate too is that, because I know a lot of people probably go through this, as the friend who doesn't have children, who is not married, who is not at that point in their life, it can sometimes feel very isolating in conversations with groups of people, because that is the most important thing in their lives, being a mom and being married. And I love that, but it can also feel isolating when like you can't contribute to those conversations. And but Nina and Jocelyn do such a good job, and I think that they're very conscious of it too. Like, they're so good about asking about me and asking about what's going on, and I love that. And I am so appreciative, and that is not lost on me, that I'm so appreciative. But like, I know what it's like, because I know a lot of group of friends can probably relate to that. Like, there is someone like me in most group of friends, and it's like when you're getting to this age, especially when like, you put this social timer on yourself of what you should be doing at this age. Like, oh no, well, I should be married and I should have kids and I should, and I'm not at that point, and like, it is something that I kind of think about most days. But like, these two are always there to support me and ask about me and ask about what's going on in my life and like keep up, and it's incredible, and I really appreciate it.
And it goes the other way too, because you're always there too to ask about what's going on with us. You know what I mean? Like, even in this dynamic of us all kind of doing different things, Nina's not married. Nina's in a new relationship. So Nina's navigating this new relationship in her life after being a single mom for so long. And that's like, in and of itself, is wildly difficult. I wouldn't even know what that's like. Same thing. Nobody can relate to my situation as going into a relationship and becoming a stepmom on day one. Like, nobody knows how to navigate that. And so we're all sitting here just like hoping for the best.
Yeah, we're all like the blind leading the blind.
Everything's great. But I feel
you're
like
making the right choice. Whatever you did,
you're doing amazing.
But I feel like
amazing,
it works. It works in our favor because there's no judgment. But secondly, like, we get a different perspective on both ends here. You know what I mean? Like, I can text you guys and be like, all right, let me know if I'm overreacting and I'm acting crazy about X, Y, and Z. She can be like, hey, listen, like, I just found out this and the blah, blah, blah. Same thing with you. Like, we can offer our 2 cents in any situation. And there's never a time where I'm going to be like, well, Amanda doesn't get it.
Right.
Well, Nina doesn't get it. That has never crossed my mind. Why would it? Because at the end of the day, I know the both of you have more worldly experience than half of the people that I know in my life, that I talk to. Like, I know that whatever I ask of you guys, even if you cannot directly relate to what's going on to me, it's coming from a place of perspective. It's coming from a place of honesty. It's coming from a place of like, hey, Joss, I know you. So like, maybe don't do that because you have a tendency of doing that. Just, I know that anytime situations arise, it's never going to be, they don't get it. Never in my life.
And I feel like an important like part of that, like how even though we are in these different stages of our life, or maybe we're experiencing different things, we always are aware of what's most important to each other. So, Joss, I know what's most important to you in this world. Amanda, I know what's most important to you in this world. You guys know what's most important to me in this world. And through every single step, we celebrate that with each other. We're there to celebrate those highs and those lows, even though we can't relate to those highs and those lows, but we know that it's something that you love, that you want, and we're there to celebrate it no matter what. So I think having that awareness of your friends and just being involved in their life enough to know what they want and what's important to them is the most important
Best
thing.
example, I have never worked a corporate job in my goddamn life. But when Amanda switched to teams, we were like, oh, this is great. I was like, I don't actually know what Amanda's day-to-day is. I don't know what she actually does every day, but I know that this is cool and it's important and we celebrate it. Right? Same thing with you. Oh, you edited all your galleries. That's
amazing.
Well, you guys know nothing about photography, but when I send you my galleries, I'm like, look what I did. You're like, oh my God, incredible.
I look at every single photo that you took and you edited.
Could not even compare.
Could never. Da Vinci could never.
Love that.
And
support.
I just like that. Those are like, that's the support. It's just this like unwavering support always.
And I feel like as we get older, I think that that's just become more important.
Oh, and it's become so obnoxious.
You just need the support. It's like
100%.
you just need like, because I want to get more into like the dynamics of female friendships and stuff, but like I feel like getting older in my friendships, I just need the support.
100%.
Like
I just need somebody to say, you're doing a good job,
You're
sweetie.
doing a good job.
I'm like, oh, and I
like,
love that person, so
yeah.
it means so much coming from them.
Like it goes from like when you're younger and like you're young and you're partying, I need drinking buddies, I need this, I need fun friends, I need blah blah, and it just, as you get older, like truly what is important in life comes out, and it's like I just need support. I need females that support me in a way that a man could never understand, or like a male could never understand.
It's like when you need to start surrounding yourself in that like feminine energy.
Yes.
Just like give it. And I live in a house full of boys.
Yeah, all boys.
I got a girl dog.
Yeah.
One of them is a girl dog. The other two are boys. So like sometimes I'll be like sitting there at home like I need to go to Amanda's. Yeah. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I must leave. Yeah. I just like you feel that just like you just need that. It's just a different type of support, and I always,
it's very nurturing.
Very nurturing.
Very nurturing.
And I feel, I don't want to say pity, but I feel almost like sad. I feel for the females who don't have that, because they are fighting tooth and nail to get in through this world, through this life, and to not have that nurturing support from female friends, whether you met them in adulthood, whether you've met them in childhood, you don't really know what you're missing.
And it is hard. I mean, it's harder as you grow older to make friends, especially
who has that kind of time.
Yes.
I would be exhausted.
Yes.
Who has that? And I had this conversation the other day.
To put into learning about someone
a whole new human, and that's the same thing with dating at an older age, because you become so. I know you become so ingrained in your routine and your lifestyle that when you're like, "Hey, I like somebody." Oh, sorry, what's your favorite color? What?
I don't care.
Why are we asking these questions?
I don't want to know what your favorite color is. I want you to take me on a trip and we'll get to know each other there.
It's like the older you get, the more you try to find a puzzle piece, whether it's a relationship or a friendship. Right. They like develop more sides, and you're just like, wait a minute, like,
and you have to learn all of that. And not only that, you have to take the time out of yourself, out of your life that you've already grown into, and you have your routine. To learn new people. And that's why I laugh when people are like, no new friends. As an adult, I'm like, I understand. I don't have time for new friends. What do you mean? Yeah. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy to give to like kind of grow new friendships.
But we do bring new people into the fold.
Always.
We do. We're always open to it. But I get what you're saying.
It's hard to get it to the level that we have ours. And I feel like that we have gotten... Not that we've gotten, that we just are very lucky that we started this friendship at such an early age and that we never let it die.
No.
Because we could have easily, through our ebbs and flows, like kind of just fell back. And was like, listen, like Amanda's away at college, let me fall back and let her find new friends and live her life. Would I ever? Absolutely not. I didn't. But that could have been an option. But it was like, it was pulling her back.
Yeah. Come on, you're ours.
Get in here.
And I also like
don't forget about us.
Like how what you just said about like how wow, what did you just say?
I said a lot of things.
You said a lot of things, but it was more about like finding it on that level, right?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
We have it. It's not like what we have and what we have developed in our long-term friendships in life, right, is absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. But there's also, for people that are still looking for friendships like that, right? Like I have a lot of new friendships in my life from my job that I develop.
And from they're photography.
Yes, and they're very fulfilling. Are they as deep as this friendship? Do they run for years and years?
Do they have
the
same history?
No, but can I depend on them when I need them? Can I call them up and be like, hey, I need a little bit of support, or I need to talk about something? Sure, they will lend an ear. So like, it's not impossible to have new friendships for like those who don't have that. You know, like you can find a new group of people that maybe you don't have a long history with, But as long as you guys are supporting each other in that way, whether it be through your profession or, you know, like if you're a part of salon and you find salon girls that are like, I'm not even kidding. I photographed a brand session for this salon.
And, I saw that.
And I went there, and obviously I don't know if these girls knew each other for a really long time, but when I was there, they were just so loving towards each other, so connected, so involved, cared about each other. And I saw that. And I don't know if they were friends for a long time. I'm sure not all of them were friends for a long time, but they had that connection through work. And I thought that was really special, seeing that connection.
Well, that's like that. I literally just saw a meme on Instagram the other day, and it was like, you know, people obviously talk about friendships like ours that like we've had since childhood. We've known each other since, you know, before we were even teenagers.
Over 20 years.
Right. But like there are the friendships that you make when in adulthood, when you're like in the depths of trying to become an adult, and you find that person that you can just click with, and that's really important.
Yeah.
That is so powerful because again, like I said, you have to take the time to really make these friendships as an adult. So when you take that time and you find that connection even as an adult, that power of female friendship is like tenfold, because you're like, this person has to learn about me and have to understand that they weren't there when I was going through it, but they just have to hear the stories to kind of understand why I am what I am, how I am what I am. But then you have to also realize that you have to trust somebody to tell them that story of your past, or like the not so
pretty
versions of yourself. Like I am, like I said, wildly lucky that I have these two and our group of friends that have grown with me through this. Have I done things that they don't agree with? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, like they were there with me through it all. Through, like, literally we're like this, just hopefully going upstream and just hoping for the best. But when you find somebody in your adulthood, like you find they may know these stories of you of the past, they may not, but at the end of the day, they're still putting in the effort to get to know you and to kind of really make this friendship. And I even think that's just so beautiful.
I think that, like, you know how Jocelyn had said that you those friendships that you find later in adult, how important they are. I feel like we've had the opportunity, or we've had to relearn each other as like we get older. And that's like for any kind of long friendship that you've had, you kind of go through the stages, and you have to have the opportunity and really put in the effort to relearn each other through each of those stages in order to really build that long relationship.
I feel like it goes into like, does your friendship stand the test of time? Do you know what I mean? Like it's very dramatic, but it is one of those things, because we could have very well been like, I don't like this version of you. I'm out.
Because we are not the people that we were individually 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. Like we are not the same
even
people that we met
4 years ago.
We are not the same people that we
For
met
me,
in middle school.
No, 100%. It goes in. I mean, and we've had our ebbs and flows. And you know, we've also had our ebbs and flows, and it's just like, I feel like it really goes into knowing at the root, at the core, who that person is. And at no point in my life have I ever thought like, they've changed so much and I can't do it anymore. I don't know who they are. I don't want to do this anymore. At no point. Any changes that we've had in our lives, one, for the better part of those changes have been for the better. Have been for the better. And I also want to cultivate these friendships that are growing with me. And I don't want to be in a friendship, and this is so important when you're making friendships as an adult, is that these people don't stick you in this box of who you used to be. And especially being from a small town, people are, of course, they're going to remember who you were in high school. Guys,
I'm not that girl anymore.
That was damn near 20 years ago. Are you kidding? Like, to think that, like, some people still either think I'm still the person that I was in high school or act the same way or what have you is mind-boggling because I'm
almost
like, do you know
33.
how much life
How much
happens?
we've grown?
Yeah.
But like just and in life in general, like
You create
what
2 humans.
Yeah.
so many things happen in that span. It's almost like another life. I say that all the time. I think about back in high school or back even when I used to live in California. I feel like it was a lifetime ago. I don't even know that girl anymore.
No.
Who is she?
No.
I don't know her. I see pictures. I'm like, damn, she was so cute. But who is she? I don't know her.
Yeah.
It's just, you change so much and you take these life lessons that obviously
Agreed.
happened to you within all of those years. And hopefully people, for the most part, make you make yourself better because of it. You don't make yourself worse. And I feel like I'm lucky in the sense that we've all become better human beings because of it. And we still have been learning. Like me and Nina just argued a couple months ago. Like we go, and because I love her so much, and same thing with me and Amanda. And it's just like that just happens, and I feel like that happens a lot in female friendships because we are so much more in tune with our emotions. Regardless of how many girls can tell you, I don't feel anything. Okay, yeah, sure, that means you feel the most.
Yeah.
And you don't want to believe it, or you don't want other people to believe it, and that's why we go at it. We get so passionate, like you said, about these things.
I also though feel like, because I've seen it in other female friendships, that some arguments in other female friendships derive from jealousy.
Oof.
Whereas our arguments truly do come from a place of love.
100%.
I feel like I can argue with you about it because I know that I love you and we are going to get past it and we are still going to be friends after we argue about it. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you if I'm concerned or if I don't like something or I don't agree with something. You're going to voice your opinion. We might, huff and puff. We'll probably cry because that's what we do. We'll cry. And then we'll be
One thing
over
I'm going to do is cry.
We're going to cry. And then we'll be over it. But, like, at no point did I think at any point when either Jocelyn or Nina has ever voiced something to me that it came from a place of jealousy or malice, and then it was coming from a place of love.
Right. The only thing I'm jealous of is Amanda's beautiful blue eyes.
Oh, my God. I'm like, oh, my God, Rita, like, really put something out there right now. I was like, what?
We did not discuss
Truly,
that.
I just want to take her eyeballs and put them in mine. That's literally.
I'm dead.
I love
That
you.
is so funny. I mean, maybe again that comes from like understanding where we came from.
Yeah.
And understanding our childhoods.
Yeah.
And what our childhood looks like. Like we were all there for it all.
We all had different childhoods too.
Wildly.
Like when I tell you, like we all had wildly different childhoods. We all have wildly different lives now, and it's like maybe it's like really opposites attract.
Is it? Oh my God, that
the
makes
universe
sense.
would say we shouldn't be friends.
Yeah, the universe
On paper,
we don't make sense.
On paper, we
don't
do
make sense.
not. We
make
quite
sense.
Literally do not make sense on paper at
but
all.
But it is nice because I think
we
that
defy all odds.
We do. It's beautiful.
No, anyway, continue.
We've been able to teach each other too about
100%.
a different way of life or a different type of family or a different family dynamic. Or
I
something
feel
like that.
I'm not going to take credit for this, but I feel like that Amanda growing up has been so cultured because of us.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Girl is white as hell.
And for you guys that don't know, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. Nina is Puerto Rican. We come from very Hispanic households.
And I'm white.
And Amanda was our token white friend. They'll be like, yo, who's the white girl?
Yeah.
That's Amanda.
They'd be like, girl with the cool dance moves.
Who's the white girl that can dance?
That
Who's
can
the white
dance.
girl with the booty?
That
That's
can dance.
Amanda.
That's
Chill,
Amanda.
that's
That's
my
our
friend.
They'd be like, I'm going to I have my quinceañera. I'd be like, what's that?
What's that?
I want to come. They're like, yeah, you're invited. I'm like,
Listen, she's called Miami Mandy for a reason.
I'm so done.
That's my alter ego, y'all. You guys will never see Miami Mandy, but you know.
But I feel like that comes with that friendship, and it's so, like I said, on paper we don't make sense.
No.
But in real life we bonded over things that we've just all really been into. Like, Amanda and I dance, and Nina's not a professional dancer, but homegirl dances.
dances.
Like, obviously,
got
like
moves.
she loves music. Nina is a
Yes.
phenomenal singer.
Yeah, twerk. Oh,
Oh, she
singer.
said twerk.
I was gonna say
Oh,
twerk on
singer.
fleek. Oh, my vocals.
No, Nina's a
You mean,
phenomenal singer, and
me.
Jocelyn and I will not ever stop until the girl gets up on stage and sings
100%.
one day.
Yes.
We will always be like,
Always.
so Nina, you want to get up there and sing? She's like, nah.
No.
We're like, come on.
So she gets so embarrassed, but like we are obviously her number one fans.
Yeah.
But there are things that we are just drawn to, and like we have the same sense of humor. We have the same twisted sense of humor. We have just the same. There's a lot of things that we have in common that I feel like outweigh all of the things,
All of our differences.
all of our differences,
Yeah.
100%. And we choose, because it's a decision, like every day to choose to be on that side.
And
of
to
our
continue to grow
friendship.
our friendship. So
And
that
to continue to grow
that
our
brings a
friendship.
question up that I do want to talk about, because I know that, and I feel like a lot of people would feel that growing and maintaining friendships as an adult is very difficult.
Especially after you get married.
Yes, especially after you get married, especially after
having
you have
kids.
children,
Mm-hmm.
especially after, you're working all week, you're exhausted. Then, little Johnny has baseball practice. None of us have kids named Johnny.
Oh.
But like baseball practice, soccer practice. Oh, so-and-so needs to get dropped off at her friend's house. Like, it's just, it doesn't leave a lot of time for those friendships. But we have also, we talked about in our episode about how it's really important for you to have that part of your life.
Yeah.
Because, like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but like, we talked about that, you think it makes you a better mom too and a better person because it keeps you
100%.
happy. So like, I want to talk about some of the ways that we maintain our friendships and like our friendships. So, in case there is any other maybe friend group out there that's like, listen, like, we've been distanced a little bit. Yeah. Like, what are some of the things that we've done that like have kind of are important to us and keep our friendship a priority?
I feel like the main thing is to understand the importance of a low maintenance friendship.
Ooh, low maintenance friendships.
100%.
That is so important. Go.
And go.
Action. Go.
Because there are people, and this is not how we roll, but there are some people that do, and that's okay. They require more attention in a sense of that they need their person around all the time. They need them to answer every single one of their text messages right away, every single one of their phone calls right away. And I feel like for us, it's been very helpful to get into a space that it is okay that you don't answer me right away. It is okay that I send you a 4-minute voice note and you don't answer me till the next day. No, it's okay.
We both did that, actually.
You both did
the
that
same
to me.
day.
But it's okay. But it's okay. At no point am I sitting there like, what the hell are they doing that they're not answering me?
Your happiness is right here.
Right. Why are you not listening to my 4-minute voice note? I don't understand.
I'm here and I'm your happiness.
I need you guys. If it's that important, obviously I'll call.
Yeah.
Right? So at that point, it's just understanding that we all have lives. We all have important things that are going on in our lives, and what's important to me in my life is not important to you in the same level, but I know when I talk to you about it, then it is important to you. So that importance of low maintenance in the sense that you'll text me when you text me, you'll call me when you call me, but as long as that open communication is there and you just don't go missing. Because if I don't talk to you guys for more than 24 hours, I'm like, hello,
knock, knock.
Are you okay?
Is anybody home?
Knock, knock.
I don't
Answer up.
I will not understand that. I just want to make sure my friends are alive. I get literally irrationally upset at a man. I'm not freaking kidding.
So
when she posts an Instagram story of her on an airplane. And I don't know where she's going.
She goes, where are you now?
But also she does know where she's going.
But I do, and I just forgot. I got so mad. I'll tell you guys, because you guys were on the pod with her when she was in Mexico. I knew she was going to Mexico. I did.
Because I planned a trip in July.
I didn't remember. all of a sudden I see her story of her in an airplane. And I go, Amanda, where are you?
Where are you going?
And where are you going? And she's like, Mexico. And I'm like, oh, I knew that. And I had to calm myself. I was so pissed.
She told her husband.
I was
she
so
was
mad.
at me.
I said to Justin, I was like, I'm so mad. I just don't like finding out with
the rest of the world
that she's going on a trip. And she's like, bitch, you knew. And I'm like, I knew. I'm so sorry. But I get irrationally upset at her when I don't know
where I'm going to be.
What she's doing. Talk about low maintenance friendship.
Is that healthy?
No, but I know
comes from a place of love.
I give her space, and I give them both their space, and I just know that whenever they're ready to answer me, or whenever they're ready to give me space, because when I leave them 4-minute voice notes, it's not happy-go-lucky voice notes. You know what I mean? They're pretty heavy, and I need advice, or I'm going through something, so I kind of just wait for them. I wait for you guys to give me space, and I won't ever kind of push that on them to give me that space. So one, low maintenance friendships is so freaking important. You cannot expect them to just be at your beck and call through especially at our old age.
At our old age when people have kids and shit.
Let's be real.
So I would say a key to maintaining our friendship too is making time for our friendship
100%.
too.
Yes.
Like, we are very good about birthdays. Number one. Birthdays.
Even though you won't be here for
and I'm sorry. Dang. I have my sister's bachelorette party
to bring up.
It's for good reason, so I'm not even upset about it. I'm not even upset about it. I'll be at the wedding, it's okay.
She can bring it up. She wasn't upset about it. However, we are very good about birthdays.
100%, always. You know what? Not for nothing. I wasn't here for your birthday, so that's payback, I guess.
I guess that's fine. I'm fine with it. But no, we are very good about like celebrating birthdays and, you know, just making time. Like, we hang out more than once a month, but we are at least at a minimum dedicated to being like, all right, let's do dinner.
Yeah.
Let's
grab
have dinner.
Free time suddenly. I'm like, hey, it's a Sunday. I wasn't expecting to have the afternoon off, but like,
who's
anybody,
around?
Yeah,
anybody around
for a lunch.
You wanna grab You wanna grab lunch. You wanna do this. You wanna do that. Like, we make the time because, like I said, with kids and, you know, sports games and dance recitals and practice and CCD and this and
religious.
Sorry, because the boys are in CCD, so like I think about it. I don't know.
All the things.
Yeah. But like, or like bridal showers and like baby showers and shit like that. Like, it takes effort. Like, as an adult, it's not like you're in school every day seeing each other at lunch. Like, we all have the same lunch period. That was so nice.
That was so
and we all had the
nice.
same
What a
lunch
good
period.
time.
And like, we'd sit
It
on
was
the
so
stage.
easy then.
You used to sit on the stage.
Sit on the stage. Anyone from BC, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know. And like, it's not like that. Or like, we would go to dance practice and see each other for 5 hours after school a day, every day.
And then it still wasn't enough.
And then it still wasn't enough. And I was like, you want to sit over my house?
Yeah.
Now
and do dances in my parents' kitchen?
If we get a quick 30-minute lunch, we're like, this is glorious.
I have to say, even as an adult, this is so funny because I'm thinking about this right now when you guys said that. It's like, I don't enjoy having a time limit with my friends.
Agreed.
And I think that just goes to show how much I love spending time with my friends.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. I don't make plans if I know I'm hanging out with you guys later on.
It's a full day affair.
It's a
all
day. Like, I don't want to do anything after. All I'm doing is hanging out with my friends. What do you mean I have
Whether it lasts 2 hours
be
or
home
20
for
hours.
dinner?
I don't want to split my time.
Order a pizza.
I don't want to split my time.
No,
also,
I get it.
Serious FOMO. If like we'd like, that's what we don't want to miss. Or like, if somebody's like, if I'm here and like I have to go and I'm like, please don't have fun without me. Like, don't have fun without me.
Please.
If I have to leave, don't you dare have
Jocelyn,
fun
you should
while
leave
I'm
too.
gone.
So none of us.
So none of us have a good time.
All leave, so all of us are miserable. Not just one of us.
No, and like so we planned a Galentines night together, and we're like, oh, we have a time frame.
Yes.
Because it's on a Monday, and like there's children, and there's work, and
there's bedtime.
There's bedtime. So I'm like, okay, we have to be home by 8:00 the latest, and like I hate that.
I'm like, all right, let's start at noon then.
just to get like the
Yeah.
optimum time with each
Yeah.
other. And I feel like as adults, like you can't really get that. We see
Yeah.
each other
Yeah.
in passing almost, or like, hey, like, can you go
I'll see you
get
at the
Nate?
birthday party this
Yeah,
weekend.
or hey, can you go get Nathan? Or can me and Junie come
Yeah.
over for a hot second and let's just have lunch together before we have to head back home? And
I agree.
it's like, it's almost shitty because I feel like, man, we used to spend so much time
Yeah.
together, and now we've had to scale that back, and I still miss my friends so
Yeah.
much.
And what I'll also say too is that like it's important, as much as like I love your children and we all love each other's children and things like that, it's important that you get that time alone together.
100%.
Where, because it's very tough
My
when
kids
you're
ain't coming.
exactly when you're at the birthday
They can't
party
come.
or
They're not
whatever,
invited.
and like you're running around chasing your kid, and it's not time together. It's not dedicated time together. So like I would say we are very good about making our friendships a priority and like making time for that at least, you know, once a month. Meeting for dinner, meeting for lunch, going here, seeing this, doing whatever. And like I think that's definitely another one that is big for like maintaining these female friendships as an adult. All right, guys. So if you liked that, guess what? Big surprise. Tune in tomorrow, Wednesday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, for part 2 of this episode. We will be releasing for the first time a brand new episode on a Wednesday. Releasing it tomorrow, part 2 of The Importance of Female Friendships. Tune in tomorrow. Love you guys. Stay pretty.